My mom surprised me the other day and sent me a message and asked if I would like to spend the day with her going out for lunch and shopping. And I was very excited because that is not something that we do very often. So, and hardly ever, to be honest. So I am super excited. Can't wait to spend that time with my mom. So here I am. If I seem a little off, it's because I am working with a migraine that's really trying to get me, but my Amitrex is keeping things mostly at bay. I just want to go so bad and spend this time with her that I'm just going to suck it up and push through. And the good thing knowing that it's my mom, and if we're out and I don't feel good, I can just say, Mom, I just can't do it, and she'll bring me home, you know, kind of thing. So, yeah, I just really want to be able to spend this time. So that's what I'm doing, and I thought I would go ahead and record with you guys and just do like a little get ready with me. Actually, I have my earrings in, but I'm gonna take them out because I don't want makeup to get on them when I'm doing it. I braided my hair, but for some reason it braided really loose, probably because it's uncomfortable to have my arms up, so I think I'm gonna have to redo it, whatever. But yeah, so I thought I would just go ahead and get ready. I'm just gonna be using this UCANBE My Honey palette. So I'm not gonna like point out the colors I'm using and stuff like that. I'm gonna kind of skip around, talk while I'm putting my other makeup on because I hardly ever do that. I just thought I'd do something a little bit different because I kind of tend to do the same thing all the time. So I already have my eyeshadow primer on, and I'm just gonna start doing a look, I guess. So yeah, I was really excited when my mom sent me that message because this is not something we like ever do, but I've hardly seen her this summer, I feel like, because they're camping like all the time. They did come up, I mean, we went on a camping trip with them in June. They did come up to our church camp also for a day, for an evening. So I saw them a few weeks ago, but yeah, that wasn't like for a long time or anything, excuse me. And then they left again and went camping. So, and then they're going to be gone camping for Labor Day. So she was like, you know, we should try to get together, because I'd sent her a message last week saying I missed her. And she's like, we should try to get together in that week while I'm home. Well, of course, things are filling in for us because it's about to be the start of the school year and all that good stuff. And when she sent me a message and said, what are you doing Wednesday morning? I was like, ooh, I don't have anything till Wednesday evening because I don't work today. Thank you, Lord. So, yeah, that's another thing. Work has just been kind of weird lately. I don't know if you guys remember, I had mentioned that my head manager got transferred to a different store because that's just what they do with this company. If they decide like, oh, the store's, I mean, it's not just this company, but, you know, oh, this store is struggling and this is a good manager who has pulled together a good store, we're going to send you here. And so they took her from us. And yes, that is how we all feel. We all hated it and still hate it. And so my assistant manager became manager. Mostly, like he said, he didn't necessarily feel like he was ready to do that, but he was afraid of them, like who knows who they would have sent in. And we have like a really good dynamic with our group. And he's like, I just felt like it could like completely change everything. And I agree. So I was thankful that he did that. But we're struggling there, we can't keep up. Makes you realize what a rock star my manager was as far as like getting stuff done, because yeah, we can't keep up. We cannot get caught up, and so we're behind, and our store is going to be going through a remodel, and it's kind of craziness. And so even though I like my job for the most part, I haven't as much lately, and so that kind of stinks, you know. So yeah, things are just a little bit different than usual, and different sometimes is good, sometimes not. So it's just meh with work, I guess. And other than that, I did want to talk to you guys about things that happened at church camp, because I told you I would do a video about that. So basically, our theme for camp this year was like go, like Jesus called us to be disciples and to go out and share his love with people. And you know, are we doing that as the church as a whole and, you know, individuals. And, you know, something I've been struggling with for a long time is hospitality, because in the Bible, it's kind of like a command, like, you know, we are to be hospitable. We are to, you know, invite people in and share love with them. And I am very not good with that. I mean, some people have the gift of hospitality as far as like, you know, making like things like a party, like preparing food and you know, decorating and stuff like that. Like, but that's not what this is. It's not what, I mean, we aren't all called to be like these amazing party planners or something. Just opening your home to people. And the reason that I typically don't is because I feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff in our home, and just how like, if I know someone's coming over, it's like a panic, because it's like we have to find places to shove things so that we can clean stuff so our house looks presentable for somebody to come over. And so that keeps us from inviting people over, and including family. I'm not talking about, you know, just people, you know, that you don't know well that you're trying to invite, but even family. And so it's something that has been bothering me. It's something I know I need to change. And I was already starting it before I left for camp, as you may recall me talking about. And it just confirmed like that's what I need to do. So it was just a really good year at camp. There was amazing things happening like in the young adults. So basically there are thousands of people at this campground, and it's a missionary church campground, but a lot of people are Wesleyan or Church of the Nazarene, people from all over the country, because that's actually my niece was commenting on. They had come up for the day, and she will be 10 in just a few days here. And actually tomorrow today's the 25th. And she was like, there are license plates from all over the country. And I'm like, yeah, people come here from all over the country. It's just the most unique. I don't know how to describe to anybody, I mean to you guys or anybody, what our church camp is like. It's so amazing. And so there's thousands of people there, and, you know, hundreds and hundreds of kids. And I mean, it's amazing. But so they kind of have like different programs for youth and for kids and young adults and adults. But then, you know, some of the services were all combined. The evening service were all combined. And then the kids kind of break off partway through. But other than that, like, you know, teenagers through elderly are together in the evening service for the whole time. But in the mornings, everyone kind of has like different separate little ones. And every day you have service in the morning and the evening. And you don't have to go. It's just, we actually watch service from our camper in the morning, because once we get like the kids out, which this year was mostly just Asher, once he heads out for his, we turn it on because they live stream it. And so then we watch while we get ready and whatever. And then, but we're always at the evening service, like actually at it. You just walk over to it. I mean, it's at the campground. Got to drink lots of water, especially when you have migraines. Ooh, girl. Okay. But yeah, so that was like, so in the young adult service, I'm like, there was something I was going to say. The one morning, major awesome things started happening, and they ended up having like a over 3-hour service, like just praying for each other. And, it was just really amazing. Of course, none of us knew that was going on until later, when people's, you know, cause like when you're at camp, your kids are like, you know, they come back from meal times and stuff, but they're off with their friends and doing different stuff. And like in the afternoons, there's different activities and sports that you can do and stuff like that. So like for the most part, everyone's just kind of all over the place. So it wasn't until like some of the young adults, so like, you know, 19, 20-year-old kids were starting to come back from service, but you're just thinking they had been hanging out with a friend somewhere, but they're like, you know, we were at service that whole time and everyone was praying, and it was just a really amazing thing. And then that night they kind of opened up, instead of doing what the normal service for the evening was, you know, originally supposed to be, They're like, we're going to let the Holy Spirit take this because amazing things happened this morning and we want to give him that freedom to do that. That's what we're here for, you know? And so that actually ended up being the night my mom and dad and sister and niece and grandma were there. And it was a very, very moving night. It was, people got up and confessed sins in front of thousands of people that are like, you know, major things that most people want to hide, but they're like, I'm not going to hide this anymore. This cannot be, you know, I want this to be out of my life. I want to be a changed person, and I, you know, don't want this to hold over me anymore and stuff. It was just incredible. And so yeah, it was a really amazing year, and just really made me want to make some changes. I always want to change. When I go to camp, my goal is, how can I be closer to Jesus? Like, and you know, what does it really mean to follow him? It means to do what he would do. And am I doing that in my life? And most of the time the answer is no. Like, I'm not, and I want to change that. So church camp for me isn't just a fun place to go hang out with my friends and whatever for the week. Like, I mean, that part is super awesome too, that fellowship, but I go there to be changed. And yeah, this year was definitely awesome. So I've been doing some major projects around my house, and I'm very excited about it. And yeah, and when I tell you it was a 3-hour service, the services are usually an hour. So it was, I think it was over 3 hours actually in the young adult. And it was it 2 hours in the evening and ended up being? I think so. But let me tell you, they didn't even dismiss kids that night, which, like I was saying, in the evenings, kids, they usually dismiss partway through. They didn't. They let the kids just stayed in there. Like, I don't think anyone even thought to do it because of just what was happening. And yeah, like, that just wasn't even a thought. You guys, we're talking little tiny kids. Like, people take their kids up to age 2 and stuff to the nursery, and then like 2s and 3s have a building right by the tabernacle too. So those kids go to there before service starts. But so we're talking preschool age up. These kids sat for 2 hours. You never heard a kid cry, whining, getting restless, nothing, for 2 hours. Like, it was absolutely incredible. And we didn't even realize it at the time, but then when we got back, and everyone was kind of talking about service and what had happened and whatever, I'm like, the kids never got dismissed. Did you hear any kids crying or anything? And they're like, no. Because like, even my 9-year-old niece, I thought at one point, I remember thinking, oh gosh, like, she's gonna be like, she planned to stay there anyway. She doesn't usually like leave from us just because she's not there all week, so she's not like used to and doesn't know any of the kids. But you know, I thought she'd like get restless. She at one point was like, I'm really thirsty, and my husband took her out. There's water fountains right behind the tabernacle, so he took her out to get a drink. That was it. She came right back in and sat down and didn't say a word. Like, it was, you know, that was of God, because for all of those young kids to sit there through that whole thing and be quiet like that, that was just something else. So yeah, it was really amazing. So the first thing that I decided to do when I got home to start on the journey of decluttering and getting my house ready for, you know, having guests and stuff was, might sound weird, but my bedroom, because I figured I would go with what was most manageable first and then work my way up. And so you may remember not too long ago, I did a major clean out of my bedroom. It was ridiculous. Well, for the most part, I have maintained it. Like, it has stayed looking good. The only thing was, from the onset, like when I first did it, there was some like shoving under the bed of things, and I'm like, I'll figure out where to put that later. Excuse me. And, you know, in the closet, in drawers and things like that. And I was like, no, that's the problem. And that's why, like, we just have too much stuff. Like, if there's not a place for it, then maybe there doesn't need to be. And or I need to find a place for certain things, you know. And you know, things get stuck places where then you forget you even have them. So what is the point of that? Like, you know, shoes shoved under the bed that I never wear because I forget that they're there, or whatever. That's just an example. I actually do know my shoes that are under my bed, but you know, just things like that. Even things like in my closet that got shoved places that I'm like, oh, I forgot I had this. Like, I could have been using this, or, you know, you might end up buying something that you actually kind of already have something, you know, that you could use, but you forget that you have it because it's just shoved somewhere. And where if these things had a place that you're like, oh, I need, for instance, like a purse for a wedding or something, you can go to where your purses are and see if you've got something that you can use. Well, I didn't have a place like that for stuff like that, so it was just in a bunch of different places, and then you don't know, and you might go buy something that you kind of already have, you know. And so stuff like that, like I just really wanted to do. So the first thing that you will see is my bedroom. I don't know if you guys, I don't know, the format that I did it in, afterwards I was like, I probably should have done that different. So you guys can give me feedback on that. But so that video will be coming up, and I literally got everything out from under my bed and everything out of drawers and everything out of my closet, and really went through and figured out, you know, what I wanted to keep, what I didn't. I show you everything that I ended up donating, garbage that I got rid of out of my room. Yeah, I thought I was giving myself plenty of time, and I just looked and I'm like, oh, my mom's gonna be here in like an hour. I don't usually like to cut things that close. So I just washed my brushes last night, so I'm having to use brushes that I don't normally use. I was like, this could be kind of fun. So that is what I am doing, trying out some brushes that I don't typically use. And that one's trying to shed on me, so that's not, oh my gosh, it is. It's totally shedding on me. Well, that's not a good start, is it? Oh, I'm so excited to try different brushes, and this one's gonna shed all over my face. Awesome. One thing I can tell I don't like about this one, I feel like it's harder. Look at that. Shedding like these big ol', oh my gosh, it's terrible. But I don't feel like I can get it up under my eyes as well as my other brushes can, but whatever. Yeah, I like to give myself way more time, and I got up at 7. She's picking me up at 10, but it just makes me realize I know it's because of my migraine stuff, because it's there, you know, like the medicine just kind of masks. Oh no, and then I catch the brush in my hair and pull it. Awesome. Definitely gonna have to redo my hair. I also think that brush mostly just sucked up all the foundation, but whatever. It's just a skin tint anyway, but I don't need a lot of color. It doesn't bother me. I've been liking lighter and lighter coverage anyway. I don't even have a tan right now, but still, I've been much preferring light coverage, you know, like base makeup over even medium. Definitely not full. I am not a full coverage girl at all. Also been thoroughly enjoying this Ofra Bronzer Americano. I got it in an Ipsy like last year, I think. And at first I wasn't sure I'd like it because it looks like it has like some shimmer to it. But on your face, it's a very light shimmer. So, because I don't typically like shimmer in my bronzer or blush. But, yeah, I've been wearing it a lot. Like, it's been kind of my go-to lately. Because I feel like it's like just more natural bronze. Like, you can't really tell I have bronzer on, which is kind of the point. Like, ideally with makeup, you know, face products, obviously your eyes, you can tell, but like, and lips and stuff, but a lot of times with like the face, I would like it to just look like my face just naturally looks that good. Yeah, right. I've also been thoroughly enjoying the wearing your blush up high and into your temple here. It has really been, ever since I tried that out one time, I've really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to tame that down a little. Not using your normal brushes can mess with you. And right now, it's messing with me. You know you gotta get your highlight on. my Essence Pure Nude. It's always my go-to. Like, I've been using this thing for like over 2 years. You can see like a little dip in it, but it's going strong. Like, this stuff just keeps going and going. I love it. I didn't make you watch me do my eyebrows because it's not that exciting. I'm gonna use this tint brow gel. I'm like about it. Like, it doesn't have enough hold, I feel like. You know, it's like I don't want my eyebrows to feel crispy, but then again, who's touching my eyebrows? And if it doesn't, then it's not really holding. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm on the hunt still for a good brow gel. I have in this eyebrow right here, I have like a little colorless mole, and it pushes the hair in a weird direction, which drives me nuts. So I have to like trim that hair and like fill in the bald spot, and it's like way more maintenance than I want to do on a dumb eyebrow, but whatever. But it definitely would do better if I had a brow gel that would like really hold the hair there, because it just doesn't. And I need to get my backup of my brow pencil today, because this is the e.l.f. pencil that I use, and what's this color? It's like, it doesn't say on the package, but it's neutral brown. Oh wait, yeah, it does down here, neutral brown. And I love these, and this is the one that I took out, must have been right when we left for camping, so there's that much left of it, but I always like to have 1 or 2, I'm gonna get 2 to have in my drawer for backup, because I love that pencil and I don't want to be without it. And I try other brow pencils and I'm like, no, just not doing it for me. So that's the deal with that. Now, I don't have my typical brush that I like to do my under eyes with, so I guess I'll have to do it this way and see how it works out. So I'm using this little brush under there, but it's like, I just keep sort of almost like poking myself in the eye, so I'm not really enjoying that. So I'm going to switch to just a pencil brush, and I think it'll be fine for what I'm doing, and just run that. I am tightening my upper lash line off camera too, because I hate what that looks like when people do it. But I just wanted to show you, I did this eye already and not this one, just what a difference it makes. I know I've said it before, but like for people who don't do it and you're like, what's the point of that? Like how much thicker my lash line looks on this side from just tight lining up inside there. And you're not taking away from lid space if you've got hooded eyes like I do. So, oh, so good. I think I'm just going to keep it simple and use just a nude liner in my waterline. You may have noticed I also put my earrings back in now that I'm done with my face makeup. I curled my lashes once before I tight lined, and then now I'm just going to use this Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Just a little mini that I've been using, and I do like it. What's nice about it is it does not flake or smudge or any of that stuff. I feel like lately, even mascaras that I used to really like, when I use them, I'm just kind of like, like it's not doing a lot for me, and I'm getting like flaking and stuff, and so I don't know what the deal is. There's one coat on this eye. And then I like to curl a second time right before I'm doing my next coat, and I do it one eye at a time. I used to really love the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot mascara. It was, but the waterproof one. And so I'm thinking about picking it up again and seeing if I like it as much as I thought I did or not, because it was kind of at the beginning of when I was really getting into makeup. And I don't even remember what made me try that. But seeing as I have such hooded lids and I'm so oily, I definitely do better with waterproof mascaras. And I remember thinking that one was really great, but maybe it was just because it was the first one I had tried that wasn't like, I try to think about makeup that I used to use before I really started getting into makeup, and I can't even remember what it was. Like, I know I had like just like Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes and stuff, because that's all I really knew, and I just went for cheap stuff because I was like, what do I need this other stuff for, kind of thing. But yeah, so I'm thinking about picking that up. So I might pick that up today while I'm out too, just to see if it really was that good and maybe I should go back to using it or not, you know, who knows. It is funny too how you'll have things that you think are really good and then you get away from them and you go back to it and you're like, why did I think this was so good? Who knows? But maybe at the time it was just better than the thing you used before. So that's, I do have to say, like, some people really like this Thrive mascara. I mean, I like it fine. And it, like I said, it doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, you know, that kind of stuff. But it is weird to me, like when you're washing it off. That part is not my favorite, but also not a big deal either. So I don't really care, but yeah. So there's that. And I think I'm just gonna do a simple, I know exactly what lip I'm gonna do. This Too Faced Show Me Your Coconuts. Oh my goodness. Best lip ever. Watch this. I'm doing this for the sake of the video because I still want to drink my water and probably more coffee. But like, you do not need, don't put a ton of this on. Do not do it. No. It's like, no. You don't need to. So there's like a good swipe. And then just rub my lips together and then you just get very lightly touching to get up at the edges. And then I do one more little swipe. Yeah. Like, you do not need to layer on a ton of this. And it gives like the best sheen on the lips. I love this stuff. All right. And so let me come up and show you my eyes. Nothing super exciting, but you know, whatever. They match my outfit, right? So they just look like this. A little bit of shimmer, but nothing crazy. And like I said, I just did simple nude liner in my waterline. I didn't want anything crazy. And I don't think it turned out too bad for using brushes that I'm not used to using. And yeah, I feel like that worked out okay. And I just wanted something, you know, fairly simple for the day. I didn't feel like going all out crazy. Plus with this, I don't know, what would you do anyway? I mean, I could do a red lip, but no, I'm not even about to do that right now. But yeah, so this is my outfit for the day. This is just like a long, like, tank. And I have black capri leggings on and cute little strappy sandals. And my throat keeps doing weird things. Oh, I have this bracelet that I had gotten for $1 at Dry Goods. It's just like this bangle, which I think is super cute. Ah, my throat. And then these earrings, I got these at Francesca's, like, on my girl shopping trip last November, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that is my finished look. And hopefully you guys enjoyed just chit-chatting with me, seeing me do a little bit more of like all my makeup, because I typically do just the eyes like on camera. Not like it's real exciting that the way I do my makeup, but you know, I don't know, just something different. I'm kind of glad that my base makeup, I just hit myself in the face. Yeah, that's awesome. Came out pretty light. It just looks more natural, and yeah, I feel good for a day of shopping and lunch with my mom. So I am going to rebraid my hair now because it's way too loose. I'll show you. I like the way it looks right now, but it will fall out. So like, it's just too loose right here. That usually naturally happens throughout the day. So if it's that loose right now, it's going to be all coming apart before I'm ever even, that's what you can get when you have really thin, cruddy hair. It just kind of slides. So I think I'm going to add a little texturizing spray to it and rebraid it, and then I should be good to go. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and getting to hear a little bit more about my church camp experience and just kind of some of the changes that I'm making. I did start working in my two younger sons share a room, and so I've been working in their room, and it's actually funny because my oldest son, kind of on his own, he's like, I have too much stuff. I can't handle what I've got going on. So he's been working on his room, and so it's funny though how that happens. Once you guys, I'm so sorry about my throat because that's really annoying. But like, once you start seeing it rolling and seeing the changes in the house and how things are clearing, it like makes everybody feel better, and everybody kind of wants to be a part of, like, oh, I can get rid of some stuff. So it's been really cool, and I am very much enjoying it. So yeah, there will be more to come about that. If you guys aren't really interested in seeing the videos about it, that's okay too. Let me know that, like in my video where I show like the bedroom, or if you want me to do it a different style or something like that. Like if it is something you want to see, I'm totally fine with that. I mean, I don't feel like I need to record everything that I do either. So yeah, you guys just can let me know about that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I can keep my migraine at bay so that I can just enjoy this time with my mom, because I'm so looking forward to it. Like I said, we don't do these things very often. I would love to do them more. So I'm very excited about it. And then this evening is like my son's open house for school, and the last one who's still in school, and he's a junior this year. And then we are going to my grandma's for dinner. So I've got a big, fun, amazing day filled with family, just all the love. And so I'm excited to do that kind of stuff, and hope I can feel good enough to really fully enjoy it. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.